If you're using a facial oil, comment and let me know what oil you are using. I personally enjoy using facial oils on my skin. As a matter of fact, it is one of the thing that make this channel what it is, the different oils that we use. And I'm always trying to discover new oils because with modern technology and all of that, there are a wide variety of oils that is out there on the market. You have nut oil, you have vegetable oils, just an array of oils that you can find. But a lot of people are not really familiar with what oil to use on their skin. So we're going to kind of break that down for you today. And we're going to tell you not only about the oil that you can use on the skin, but we're also going to tell you about the benefits and the vitamins that you're going to find in some of these oils. So right now that you're joining, and we just start the live show, guys. So go ahead and comment and let me know what oil that you are currently using on the skin. Now, oils are not all oils are the same. There are different types of oils out there, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to share like a variety of different kinds of oils that you can use on the skin. Many people do not use oils because they're not sure how to use the oil on their skin. So we're talking more about oils for the skin. And of course, with some of these oils, you can actually use them in your hair. But for your face, your neck, and even your body, it is good to use an oil. And 99.9% of your facial moisturizer is going to contain some form of an oil. The thing about a facial moisturizer is that you are going to find a common oil or a more popular oil like jojoba. As a matter of fact, it's mostly like high-end products that you're going to find like jojoba or like papaya or these kind of a fancy oil. You're going to just find the base oil in your beauty product or your skincare products. How many of you have ever like pick up a cream and turn it over and look to see what oil is in it? Most people see a cream and they are like, oh, it's a cream, but I'm not going to use oil on my face, not knowing that they are oils in your facial moisturizer. When we mention moisturizer, we are talking about a cream that contains some form of oil. So we're going to dive deep into oils today, but I'm just picking up a cream right here, and this is my collagen cream, and I'm just gonna scout it out just to let you see that you're gonna find oil in it. I know you can, if I zoom in like this, some of you can read it and some of you cannot read it, but I just mentioned to you jojoba oil, and the reason why I mentioned jojoba oil is because it's one of the oil that I personally use in our skincare products. And you can go ahead and you can read up all you want on jojoba oil. I was trying to see if I could point it out for you. So there's a finger. Let me put my finger right there and you can see. So check your beauty products and see what oil that is being used in it. And most time you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I also tend to use a lot of castor oil in my product. So that's another oil that you can go and research if you know nothing much about it. But tonight we are, hi Jill, welcome to the live show. How many of you here watching? Go ahead and comment so I can actually give you a pleasant shout out. Now the first oil that I want to talk about is an oil that I'm not sure if a lot of you are familiar with this oil. I personally do a lot of research on this oil, and that is one of the reasons why we have it in the Chichi Beauty collection. And take a look at it, guys. It is apricot oil. Now, if you go out there and you search for apricot oil, as a matter of fact, right now I am going to go on Google and I'm going to see if there's apricot oils out there. apricot, apricot oil. And there I go. And yes, you are going to find a variety of brand that carry apricot oil. You can find apricot oil on like Amazon, Bulk Therapy, and 7 Minerals, alexmaxi.com, which is, you know, our website, and, you know, so on and so forth. So why we're talking about apricot oil is because most people are not familiar or know how to use apricot oil on the skin or the benefits, because for some it's a new oil. For some it's a new oil. I'm not going to say it's a new oil for me because I have been researching the oil. Patricia is using argan oil and Kathy is using olive oil and carotene. That is for Kathy. Okay, so Kathy is using both. Right, so I'm not going to say that apricot oil is a new oil, but it is a very, very new oil to a lot of people. And the reason why I know it's a new oil, because when I introduced it to my channel, there's a lot of people who was just not familiar with this oil. You should start using apricot oil once you have access to it, because it is jam-packed. It is jam-packed with natural benefits for your skin. I'm just pulling this oil up. Sorry, guys. Right, it is jam-packed with natural benefits for your skin. Now, when it comes on to castor oil, I use a lot of castor oil because castor oil is very, very popular. But here is something that you might not be aware of. Castor oil contains rinsolic acid. Now, let me know if I'm jumping, guys, because from my end, it seems like I am actually jumping or there's a little delay. Now, castor oil is rich in rinsolic acid or oleic acid, which is really fatty acid. Now, when it comes on to apricot oil, pleasantly surprised for a lot of you, it contains rinsolic acid and oleic acid, just like castor oil. So if you're out there and you cannot get your hands on castor oil, whether it is the white castor oil or the black castor oil, a good substitute for it is apricot oil. Now, apricot oil is very, very similar to castor oil, and some people just can't deal with like the smell of the castor oil, so this is a good alternative for you. This oil will soften and hydrate the skin. Let me know if I'm jumping, guys. Go ahead and comment and let me know, because on my end it seems like I am shifting a little. I'm using StreamYard, and StreamYard I've been having issues from the other day. My internet is good, so I can see that my internet is good. So this is the system that I'm using. But let me know if I'm jumping or I'm coming straight forward. Now, the good thing about an apricot oil is that it easily absorbs in the skin. And let me see if I have. So here I have Jamaican black castor oil. And here I have apricot oil. Now this apricot, this is the castor oil, this is the apricot oil. They both have rinsolic acid, which is fatty acid. That is going to help to reduce wrinkles and fine lines, boost collagen and elastin in the skin, rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E. And they have like a retinol type of a effect. Retinol is really vitamin A. Now, take a look, guys. And someone is saying just what I was about to say about the thinning. Can you thin it? So take a look. I'm just going to put a little bit of the castor oil on my hands right there. And now I'm going to go in with the apricot oil. And I'm just going to show you the difference. So this is the apricot oil. And I'm going to put it a little above the castor oil. And I put a drop and take a look. You can see the apricot oil is running, the castor oil stays still. The apricot oil just run right into the castor oil. So I'm just letting you know that the apricot oil is a much lighter oil, but at the same time, it's going to give you this kind of a castor oil feel to it, meaning that the castor oil is thick. Right? The apricot oil is lighter, but it glides on the skin the same. Let me put a little more apricot oil. Let me see somewhere where I could put the apricot oil just to show you the difference. Let me just take off the castor oil. So this is the apricot oil. We're dropping one drop. Let's do 2 drops of the apricot oil. So there is the apricot oil. But take a look when I apply the apricot oil on my skin, it's giving me the castor oil feel, because it's a little more on that side, but look how easily it just absorbs in the skin. So if you're out there and you are looking for a light oil, that's going to give you basically a similar effect as the castor oil, and basically the same type of a benefits for the castor oil. Rinsolilic acid is what we are talking about, which is what you don't find in all oils. Okay, it's just a few oils out there that you're going to find this rinsolilic acid. One is castor oil and one is apricot oil. So a new oil for some of you who are not familiar with the apricot oil. And this is it here. And this is one of the main reasons why we choose to put apricot oil in the Chichi Beauty oil collection, because of people who do not have access to castor oil, then they could use the apricot oil. Challenge yourself to try a new oil. For those of you watching, if you look at the side of the video you're watching or on the screen, you're going to see view products, and that will take you to Chichi Beauty apricot oil. It's an oil that I personally use on my skin. Not all the time I have the castor oil around, and I know it's a really, really good substitute. Now, here is another good thing about the apricot oil. It is good for your neck. So if you're out there and you're starting to see like sagging neck or wrinkles on the neck, well, we all know when we tend to get older, what starts happening, we are now seeing, you know, the collagen disappearing from the skin. So we start to use the things to combat it. So a good oil, where can you get the apricot oil in large bottles? I just Googled just now and I noticed that it is on what, a therapy or something like that, or you can probably check Amazon if you want like a huge bottle. Whenever you get your apricot oil at home, store it in a cool area. And also, well, when it comes on to Chichi Beauty oils, if you notice, we put it in a dark bottle because you do not want it to be exposed to light like that. And the longer you keep it in a cool area, dark area, it's the longer it's gonna be good. You know, so always try to do that, or keep it in your refrigerator. I sometimes put oil. Apricot oil is not going to sleep, so if you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to come out, you know, just the same. So here is the apricot oil, and a little goes a long way. Totally absorb in your skin, leave the skin looking good, leave the skin looking good, naturally glowing. Here's another thing that a lot of you might now be onto now that I talk about the similarity of apricot oil with castor oil. Apricot oil, just like castor oil, is good for your hair. It helps to regrow bald spot. It also helps to, you know, help with your eyebrows, help with your lashes, help with split them, and it is great. It's an excellent oil for your scalp. No castor oil, try the apricot oil. And another thing you need to know about the apricot oil, it can also make a good carrier oil. Meaning that if you're looking to dilute an oil, let's say, the honest truth is I would not mix the apricot oil with the castor oil, and unless I'm putting it in my hair. And the reason for that is because they both have rinsolilic acid. So I would more go for an oil like a little bit of like coconut oil or grapeseed oil or some other oil like that to mix with the apricot oil, so that I could get the benefit for, let's say I am using even pomegranate seed oil that does not have rinsolilic acid, but it have an abundance of vitamin C. I would mix the apricot oil with that. But don't sleep on the apricot oil. It's one of the best substitute out there for castor oil. And castor oil, as we know, is a very, very popular oil. I don't think I'll ever do a live show or a oil show without talking about castor oil. I love castor oil so much that we have it in most of our skincare products because it is that good for your skin. If you have a question for me, guys, go ahead and comment. Patricia is mixing castor oil with argan oil, and we'll try the apricot oil. And Kathy want to to know where she could get a large jug of the castor oil. Our castor oil, not castor oil, but apricot oil. As a matter of fact, guys, I have a code for you. How could I forget? Today, you can go on my website, or you can click on the view product on your screen, and you can use the code KB20, all capital letters, and you can get 20% off our order, or 20% off all our oils, even those that are already on sale on alexmaxey.com. Click on the view product, or look in the description box for a link, which will take you to our store. So let me put the code for you all to see. And that is KB20 for 20% off. And there it goes. KB20. Use that code, 20% off all oils. For me, for you, if I were you guys, I would pick up a bottle of the apricot oil, because it is that great. And give it a try. Give it a try. Test it out. Now, how are you going to use an oil on your skin if you're using other products on the skin? The oil is the last thing that you use on the skin. For some people, they like to apply just oil right after their serum. You can do that. I sometimes do that, but you apply oil after your moisturizer. So any cream, whether you're using retinol cream, whether you are using vitamin C cream, your anti-aging creams, it doesn't matter. You can apply the oil after. Now, a lot of people tend to overuse oils on their skin. And that is why they're like, oh, I don't like to use oil on my skin because, make my skin greasy or so, because they use way too much oil. You do not need a lot of oil on your skin. I just apply the apricot oil on the back of my hand right here, guys. And you can clearly see another selling point for the apricot oil. It absorbs in the skin easily, and it don't leave the skin greasy. However, guys, when you are using, let's say, an oil like the apricot oil, for the castor oil, you definitely need to dilute it with something. Or how I use the castor oil, if I'm using it on my body, I do 1 drop. I take my hands like this. As a matter of fact, let me show you when I'm using castor, because I religiously use castor oil, guys. Now, when I'm using castor oil directly on my skin is 1 drop. And I do have a little drop, but I didn't bring it today. Take a look at that. This is just a drop of castor oil. And for those of you who want the full strength of the castor oil, this is what you do. So you take 1 drop of the castor oil, and here comes the power. It is warming the castor oil. And this is one oil that you can warm, especially the Jamaican black castor oil, because it is made by its source. What they do, they roast the castor beans. Oh, here's another story, guys, that I need to tell you about certain kinds of oil. The difference, the apricot oil is cold pressed, while the castor oil is heated source. Now, the difference between the apricot oil and the castor oil is that when you cold press that apricot oil, because it is from the kernel of the apricot seed, you still will find rinsolinic acid. When you cold press the castor oil, you are getting little rinsolinic acid in it. The castor beans releases more rinsolinic acid when it is roasted. And that is the reason why the black castor oil is more powerful, more stronger, and more effective to use on the skin. Sorry, guys, my throat. Know what I have here. But anyway, so this is my castor oil. Warming the oil is not going to damage the properties. It's not going to damage the vitamin A. It's not going to damage the vitamin C, the rinsolinic acid, the fatty acid that you're going to find in the castor oil. So once you warm it like that, it is spreadable on the skin. Unlike the apricot oil, which is cold pressed, that you not necessarily need to warm it. You can just put it, rub it in your hands, and put it on right away. So definitely a difference when it comes on to how rinsolinic acid is released in the castor oil compared to the apricot oil. Now, let's move on. Yes, you can mix castor oil with rosemary oil for growth. And talking about rosemary oil, since you bring it up, let us jump to rosemary oil. Now, one thing that I find when it comes on to rosemary oil, there are so many people out there that really do not know how, or probably I should not say they do not know how to use rosemary oil. Maybe I need to say there are so many people out there who only know how to use rosemary oil like one way. So maybe that's how I could say it. Only one way, and that is for hair growth. Now, whenever like a male would ask us, what is it that I could use on my beard? Because nowadays you could tell that there's so many guys out there that are growing their beard out and they want to groom the beard. I normally recommend rosemary oil, but I normally recommend using rosemary oil and cedarwood oil. And the reason why I recommend that for guys for their beard is because the rosemary oil do have a strong kind of a therapeutic smell to it. And if you use it in your beard, or even if you use it in your hair and you go around people, you're gonna have that smell. When we do the Chichi Beauty rosemary oil, and not to be biased, guys, I like the way ours smell because we use like real rosemary in our oil. Now, guys, why the cedarwood oil? Because the cedarwood oil have a masculine smell to it. And most of you might not know that whenever you get like a woodsy male cologne, it do have cedarwood in it because of that scent that give it that masculine smell. So I normally tell them to mix a little bit of the rosemary oil and the cedarwood oil, and then they could comb it through their beard. Rosemary oil also have anti-inflammatory properties. You can choose to use rosemary oil in your bathtub when you're taking a shower. How many of you do that? A little rosemary oil in the bathtub, that is also gonna help your skin, just like rejuvenating your skin, like just giving you that aromatic feel to it. However, guys, another thing that is good for rosemary oil is to use on the skin. Now, it is an essential oil, okay? It's an essential oil. An essential oil, regardless of what essential oil it is, should not be used directly on the skin. It is way too strong to use directly on the skin. So you need to dilute the oil. So let's say you want to use the rosemary oil on your skin. You can take even the apricot oil, coconut oil, and to 1 tablespoon of any oil that you're using, you do 1 to 2 drops of the rosemary oil, and that you can use on the skin. You out there and you break out a lot, you can use the rosemary 1 to 2 drops mixed with another oil. And now don't tell me, oh, I have oily skin, I cannot use oil on my skin. Oil is good for oily skin. You just have to know what oil to use, because when you use oil on the skin, it tricks the skin into thinking that your skin has enough oil. Therefore, it does not produce the excess oil, the excess sebum on the skin anymore, because the oil is already on the skin. Rosemary oil is that oil, guys. Good for acne-prone skin. Good for wrinkled skin. Good for age skin, good for your neck, your décolleté, but not directly on the skin. Always mix the rosemary oil with a carrier oil. A good carrier oil, coconut oil for dry skin. Not only if you have a dry, flaky skin, you mix these two together, the coconut oil with the rosemary oil. If you have just regular skin, you don't need that, extra heavy oil, go ahead, take a tablespoon of pomegranate seed oil and drop 2 to 3 drops of the rosemary oil. Rosemary oil is a very, very good oil to have at home. How many of you have rosemary oil at home? Go ahead and comment. Let me hear you guys. Let me hear how many of you have rosemary oil at your home. Now, the honest truth is, when it comes on to rosemary oil I find to be a little pricey. Okay, Now, if you want a good quality, 71, I'm told I look my mid 50. Let me know what it is that you're using on your skin, Patrice. Patrice, okay, not an A. Let me know what you're using on the skin, Patrice. Just let me know, because I like to see older women taking care of their skin, and their skin is looking amazing. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what you're using. Okay, let me just look at this here. Because one of the reasons why rosemary oil is more on the pricey side is because of the way that they extract the oil from the rosemary. That is one of that reason. So when I go on Amazon and I look around, and you can do it for yourself, I just do this, and I see rosemary oil like for $40, $35, and that kind of a high price. And you might be like, why is rosemary oil so expensive? I find it to be expensive. Chichi Beauty rosemary oil is also on the expensive side. And the reason why it is on the expensive side too is because the process to make the rosemary oil is not, that easy. Let me look it up and see how much we are selling our rosemary oil for, because I'm thinking it's $30, but it could be $29. I could be giving it overpriced, but we also put it on sale, so you can also use that code KB20 and you could get 20% off your order. The rosemary oil, anytime you're looking for a good rosemary oil, guys, you're gonna see the price a little pricey, and you're gonna very good. Our rosemary oil was $29. Oh my goodness, guys. Take a look at this. This is actually a steal right now if you're interested in rosemary oil. Our rosemary oil is $29, and right now it is on sale for $22. And we are not gonna take it away. You still could use that code KB20 and you get 20% off. This is almost selling the rosemary oil at cost price, to be honest. That's like selling it at cost price. If you go out there, and we're going to pull up Amazon, because you can find these things, a variety on Amazon, right? So if you go to Amazon and you see a rosemary oil that is very, very cheap, please be mindful. Please be mindful. ROSEF. Please be mindful, because, okay, and also you got to check the ounces, because I just pull up one right here and I was going to be like, oh my goodness, this is very, very cheap, which it is. It is $10 for it, but it's only 2 ounces. That's another thing you need to look at whenever you are purchasing, oils. You got to look at the ounces in terms of price. But that rosemary oil is still a very, very good price. I have no idea why rosemary oil is on the expensive side, and it is a good oil to keep in your home. Okay, so if you're just joining, welcome to the live show. We are live here. We're talking about oils and different essential oils that you can use on the skin. If you try and when you smell rosemary oil, guys, they are going to be different. Okay, they are going to be different. Some rosemary oil is just mixed and you really don't get that true rosemary oil. But when you open a bottle of rosemary oil like this, and if you're getting like that either fresh rosemary smell or a dry rosemary smell, then you know you're getting a good rosemary oil. But if you open the rosemary oil and you sniff it like this, and it's either you're smelling something that is nothing similar to either dry rosemary or fresh rosemary, then you're gonna know that it's not the best rosemary oil that you are getting. Now, always remember, if you're just joining, we are talking about oils, and I'm just doing a back and forth here because I'm comparing like prices, but also you got to take note of quality when you're picking up rosemary oil. I do not use any rosemary oil, especially since I know the process of rosemary oil. So be mindful. And I just give you a really good clue on how to find a good rosemary oil. The thing is, when you have to purchase the oil before you get a chance to sniff the oil to know if you're getting a good quality rosemary oil. But trust your beauty rosemary oil, although you do have some other brand, like I think Minecraft or Wildcraft. That's another brand of rosemary oil that is very good. I used to use it, so I know it's good. And ours are really good. You can try it for yourself. And of course, you have had a brand out there that have a good rosemary oil. 2 ounces, $10, $15, 4 ounces is going to be $30. A good rosemary oil could cost you $35. And don't complain if you see they're pricing it like that, especially if it's a trusted brand. You go for it because it's just the quality and the pureness of the rosemary oil that you're getting. I have mixed castor oil with rosemary oil I bought off Amazon for hair and scalp. So that's also is a good mix. Is there anyone that has never used rosemary oil? If you have never tried rosemary oil, go ahead and comment. And you'd be surprised how many people out there that have never tried rosemary oil, because when we start selling rosemary oil, we used to make bundles with the oils, right? Bundles. Yeah, we used to make bundles with the oil, and people would get their set and they would be like, I don't know what to do with the rosemary oil. I don't know what to do with the rosemary oil. So after a while, we used to make like a list of things that they could use the rosemary oil for. Tea tree oil and rosemary oil is different. Rosemary oil, as I said, you can use it on your skin, dilute, although you can the tea tree oil too, but it's for different purpose. And mostly you can use it in your hair, you can use it in your bottom. And I also like to use rosemary oil in my diffuser. There's a lot of diffuser that you're not supposed to use oil. It's like water-based, but I still like to drop a few drops of rosemary oil in the diffuser in the bathroom to give me that kind of a spa-like effect. Another thing that you can do with rosemary oil, just like tea tree oil. Now, I learned this a couple of years ago, probably well over 10, 15 years, to be honest. I learned that when you have tea tree oil and rosemary oil, any one of these oil will do. And I also now use a star anise oil to do the same thing. You can take it told me to sign up with email and give me sign up with your email. You get that 15%. Don't use that 15%. Use the KB20 at checkout. Ignore that 15%. Just use the KB20 at checkout, because then you'll get that 20% off instead of the 15%. Once you go on our website and the first time and you have not signed up, we automatically give you a 15% discount for first-time buyers. But if you already there, you use the KB20. KB20 is a code that go and come. But like when you're watching the show, you ignore that 15% and you go ahead and use the KB20. You're not going to find KB20 on the website because, some of these good codes, we keep them for the live show and we keep them for our YouTube customer, because the support from YouTube is what makes us who we are and put us where we are. So we kind of tweak the code for you guys. When you watch our live show, you get a way better code than you're going to find on the website. However, when you sign up for our email, we also issue like some great codes in the email also. So that is one of the main reasons why you sign up for the email, because you get real good discount. All right, guys, anyone here who have never tried rosemary essential oil, comment. It wouldn't let me use it though anyway. Oh really? Are you using a shop app? Still sign up for sign up with the email, click out and come back in the store. when you come back in, once you sign up, you click out, you come back in, and then you start to shop regular, like just put things in your cart, and then you go to checkout, and that's where you will bypass that 15% and get that KB. So just sign up, register, then you come out, close it out, and then you go back in, and when the pop-up comes on, just click on that X and push it away, and then you put stuff in your cart and go to checkout and use the KB20. Let me know. If not, we'll just look for you and give you back that 5%. But try to do what I just told you to do. Just click out, click back in, X out that sign up thing that pop up, and go regular shop, and then you just use that KB20 at checkout. We also have Shop Pay. We also have Afterpay. Now, Afterpay is all the way down the bottom when you're checking out. If you click on that, you can break up your payment into 4, so on and so forth. Afterpay and Shop Pay do that, so you don't have to pay everything, and there's no interest on the balance. So that's something that is good to use. I have used Maryland oil, thicker than, or Maryland oil. Am I learning a new oil right now, or is that a typo? Let me know. How many of you here have never tried rosemary oil? If you have not tried rosemary, always remember it is an essential oil. Comment. Now, Patricia, no, I use marula oil. Marula oil is amazing. We have so many DIYs on YouTube right here. We have to say YouTube because we're also broadcasting right now on Facebook. Hi, my Facebook followers. Now, marula oil is an oil I always have. There's a few oils that I always have. One of the reasons why I don't make a lot of videos anymore using like marula oil and bakuchiol oil is because we are broadcasting like worldwide, and I find that not everyone have access to those oils, so we tend to try to use more of a basic oil. For instance, even with the apricot oil, if I make a video with apricot oil, I would get a lot of feedback like, oh, we don't have this apricot oil. So sometimes I try to not use those oil, but when I'm having like a show like today, I would feature those oils for people that have access to these oils. Marula oil is amazing. The next oil is squalene oil. You all need a squalene. I'm going to tag a marula and a squalene oil. Well, most of you are introduced to squalene oil before, and we'll do a show talking about like marula oil, squalene oil, bakuchiol oil, some of those oils that some people are not that familiar with or know the names of these oils, but really do not know how it works on the skin. I have a new oil that a subscriber introduced me to last week, and it is right here. It is the calendula oil, which is made from marigold, and I'm just using it now, just testing it out, test running it and all of that, because I love oils and I like to discover new oils. And worse, now that we have our skincare products, I like to have quality oil and oil that is really going to work to use in the product. So I would test a variety of oils. So you're saying there's an oil that is Maryland. Is it the brand, or is it Maryland? Oh, it's a company. Okay, it's a company which might sell a variety of different oils. Okay, got you. Because I was like, I'm such an oil junkie and I've never, come across Maryland oil. But it's a Maryland is a company that that is out of Maryland, oil and gas. Okay, so yes, it's a company. I just Google it just right now. Anyway, guys, let's continue. We're talking about oils. Another oil I want to talk about tonight is pomegranate seed oil. Now, how many of you have tried this oil? Pomegranate seed oil is a very special oil to me. I love this oil, and I'm going to show you why I love this oil. Now, if you're out there and you have hyperpigmentation on the skin, but you're still looking for a glow to the skin, you're looking for a light oil that you can use on your face, your neck, and all over your body, that is going to clear hyperpigmentation while reducing wrinkles and fine lines, then you try the pomegranate seed oil. And the pomegranate seed oil is made from the kernel of the pomegranate seed. So see how versatile pomegranate is. I love eating pomegranate. When I say I love eating pomegranate, I mean I love eating pomegranate. I would go to BJ's, right? And for those of you who live where you could find a BJ's, I always have to correct that because people are watching from around the world. And they would have like a box with 6 pomegranate in it, and I would buy it and I would take it home. But when you buy it like at BJ, don't eat it at the same time because it's not like yet ripe like that. So I would put it down like for a week or so, and then I would just eat it. I just open that pomegranate, grain it out, and I would just eat it like that. Some people don't know that you could even chew the seed of the pomegranate. The seed of the pomegranate is what you're going to find, the kernel, and that is what they use to make the pomegranate seed oil. Now, pomegranates have such benefit for you internally, and just take a look. You don't throw that seed out. You use it to make the oil, which is going to help your skin, not only your face. It can also be used in your hair, but it's so good. Mature skin. If you have like an older adult at home, use the pomegranate seed oil on them. Non-greasy. If you have oily skin, this is your oil right here. It's not greasy at all. And I just wipe my hand off because I have other oils on it. And I'm just going to show you. That's 1 drop. Just look at this pomegranate seed oil and take a look at what it is doing right there. And it's very, very light. And look at that, guys. And I'm just going to show you how this oil just melt in the skin like that. Make my skin feel so smooth. Here is a trick that I tend to do with the pomegranate seed oil. I tend to, and I don't have any form of a perfume on my decks right now, but 90% of the time when I'm, taking care of my body, I would take like the pomegranate seed oil and I would just rub it on my skin like that, and then I would just spritz on some fragrant. You have fragrant on your skin all day, just like with Vaseline or any of those other oils. The pomegranate seed oil do that for me, and it does not leave my skin greasy because my skin just drink up that pomegranate seed oil like that. Just drink it up like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And for those of you out there who have very, very dry hands, you can take a drop of the pomegranate seed oil and you just massage it on your hands like this. And guess what? It's going to make your hands just feel smooth and nice and not greasy. But here is the main trick about the pomegranate seed oil. It's very, very, very hot today, guys. Well, the past 2 days we were having 104, 100 temperature, and this is New York. And just imagine, for instance, like Jill, that is in Arizona, that's normally gets so hot. Oh my goodness. But today for me is still very, very hot. I'm not running any form of an AC in here. I look at my hands, I'm just like really, really, and it's just like it just come down just now, like in the evening here now is like, I don't know, it's getting hotter or something. But anyway, we are moving on. We are talking about the pomegranate seed oil. So what I like about the pomegranate seed oil, and I'm just taking this sweat off to show you something on my skin. For those of you who do not wear any form of a makeup, you just wash your face and you put on your beauty products like your serum or your moisturizer and all of that good jazz. You do all of that, but you don't put makeup on the skin. What I like about the pomegranate seed oil is that, and let me put the 1 drop here, just a little trick I'm showing you guys. You can take this pomegranate seed oil, warm it up like that, and put it on your cheeks. You put the pomegranate seed oil on your cheeks like this. And whenever you're putting these oils on your cheeks to enhance it, carry it all the way up here like that. You do, especially when you're older. When you're older, and if you wear makeup, it's the same thing. Apply when you're putting your blush on, because we're using the oil as a blush right now, okay? We're using the oil as a blush. When you get a little older, or you're getting older in age, don't put your blush sideways like this. You're going to go to the top of your cheekbone, like here, and you're going to put the blush and you bring it up almost to your eyebrow end. That's how you're going to bring it up like that, because it's going to give you see how I just do this side with it and I just bring it up like this. And if you look at there, you can see like this side of my face is more lifted, and that's what you're going to do. And you can use the pomegranate seed oil to do that. And the reason for that is also give your face a nice little glow to it. It give your face a nice little glow, a nice little blush look. So you do that. Look at that. It's just like it lift my face the way I put it, and then my face 108. Ooh. I'm telling you, thank goodness for AC this week. All my birds and dog, I had to put them on the AC this week. It's rough. Today is like 84, but right now the way it feels, I think the temperature just went up. Like it's really hot here today, but the past 2 days were worse, like scorching. All right, so yeah, so you do that with the pomegranate seed oil on your face. For those of you who don't wear makeup, of course, you take put your regular moisturizer and stuff on. You take a drop of the pomegranate seed oil and you dab it all over your face. That press it on the skin on top of your moisturizer. But to give you that more up like that glass-like look that so many people like to talk about, that is what you do. See, I just put the pomegranate seed oil on my face right here, guys. I just put the pomegranate seed oil on my cheekbones. For the past, I would say for the past 2 months or so, I have not been wearing much of a makeup on my face. And if you watch like our daily videos, you might see that, oh, she's not wearing no makeup. However, guys, there's one thing that I tend to do when I'm not wearing makeup, not all the time. Like a video I made that I have to post tomorrow, you're going to see me looking raggedy because I put no makeup on. You know, sometimes you need to give your skin a break. But one thing I'll do, like tonight I'm coming on, I put an eyeliner under my eyes and I comb my brow. My brow is not even well combed today, like no makeup, nice. I just brush it up like that. And I always do my cheekbones. That's why I'm just telling you, you know, I always like either put a little thing there. Like I just put the oil on my cheeks just now. I put the oil because it gives you that kind of a glow and it makes you look like you are really made up when you are not necessarily made up. So it's just a lot of little tricks, but play around with your oils. Play around with your oils. Another thing about the pomegranate seed oil is that you can also use it on your lips. Yes, it's a good oil to use on your lips. You don't want to use chapstick. Use the pomegranate seed oil. Put it on your lip like this. Amazing. Yep. And that's pomegranate seed, and it don't taste funny or anything. As a matter of fact, all our oils except our essential oils are edible oils. Okay. What's good for you to eat is good to put on your face. That's pomegranate seed oil right there on my lips. You need to utilize what you have. Now, you get a 4-ounce bottle of pomegranate seed oil. Well, it depends on how often you use it. It lasts you a long time. Keep it in a cool area. All our oils comes in dark bottles to protect it, and use it and mix it with other oils. Use it on your body, guys. Here's a trick. This is what, and I share this a lot. I have not been using lotion on my skin for a while, body lotion, and I go through sweating, okay? Not what is happening right now. It's not that kind of sweating. It's hot while I'm sweating like that. But yes, I do go through the whole, I'm at the sweating stage and I'm going through the ringer. So I don't want my skin to be greasy, to feel greasy. So I have been using my aloe vera gel on my skin. So I use both the red aloe vera, the green aloe vera. I use it on my skin, and I share that with you all. If you're out there, use aloe vera on your skin, guys. Now, for those of you who like to feel a more moisturized feel, you use the aloe vera gel. I let my aunt Opie and all of that. This is what I get them to use. You get your oil, 1, 2, 3 drops of any of your favorite oil in the aloe vera gel. and you use it on your skin, especially now in the summer months where you're out in the sun a lot. I'm all over in the sun, guys. And then the thing, when you mix the oil in the aloe vera gel, non-greasy at all. Non-greasy at all. Look at that on my skin, and I could do it right here. So this is what I have been using on my skin, aloe vera gel. And if you want to drop of oil in it, you put it in it and you're done and you're good to go all over your body, guys. Because you remember, aloe vera gel also clear hyperpigmentation on the skin, smooth the skin, good for sunburn, good for this time of the year, and it is very, very cool. You can put it in your refrigerator, you take it out, you put it over your body, you feel nice. For those of you out there that are sweating up a storm, and you know what I'm talking about, put your aloe vera in gel in your refrigerator and use it to cool your skin down. When you take it out, it's nice and cold. You rub it like this and you just rub it all over you. You are good to go, and you're also nourishing your skin. If you want oil in it, 1 to 2 drops of any of your favorite oil, you just add it, especially like the pomegranate seed oil, and it gives you that natural glow. How many of you are using aloe vera on your skin? Aloe vera gel, that is. You know, when we start selling aloe vera, even though for so many years I used aloe vera gel and fresh aloe vera in my videos, believe it or not, when we start selling aloe vera gel, there was a lot of people that said, what can I use the aloe vera gel for? And I was pleasantly surprised, because it's almost 10 years that I've been sharing aloe vera. I would say probably 80% of my videos contain aloe vera gel, because it is that good, whether it is a fresh aloe vera gel or the store-bought aloe vera. See, never try it. Patricia never, I was surprised. If you take any skincare product that you're using, turn it over and look, because 99% of products out there use aloe vera in their products, especially good products. You're going to find aloe vera, but most cases, you're not going to see the word aloe vera. That is why some people don't really know that aloe vera is in their product. I think I didn't want to use, I didn't want to just use the scientific name on my products. I wanted to put straight up aloe vera gel on it, but some of the products do end up with the scientific name. So I'm just gonna take a picture of this so I could just zoom it out, and I'm gonna show it to you all and what it is hidden under, because you might be reading your skincare. And this is another thing that you need to know, guys. I'm trying to see if we put it under the scientific name, or if we put it under just aloe vera. But anyway, you are going to see it under Barnabasina. That's what you're going to see. So Barnabasina, whenever you are looking at your skincare ingredient panel, that is what you're going to see. Most time you're not going to see aloe vera gel, okay? Or aloe vera. You're going to see Barnabasina, the scientific name. And that's another thing, guys, when it comes on to ingredient panel. In most cases, you're going to see the scientific name of the ingredients that is in it, unless you want to just make the product. And there's a lot of rules about, you know, whether to use the scientific name or the so-called name. By right, for a skincare product, you should be using the scientific name. So when you see, like, for me, I'd like, oh, can we just bracket the aloe vera gel so people can know? But then again, it don't make any sense, because then you have so many other words that you still have to use the scientific name on, for you to know exactly what is, you know, it's a what they call it now, not protocol. It's anyway, the word just went, but it's something to do with, you got to follow the guideline when you're making the product, so you got to use the scientific name. Other than that, some of you would be pleasantly surprised at what is in your skincare products if you have just the regular name on it. Some people try to do that, so if it's not been regulated. But if you have your products on, let's say, like, you know, the big platforms or so, or if your products, you make your product and you want it to go places, you got to use the scientific name. You cannot use like the so-called name, you know, you got to go with the real name of whatever plants or so. Long story, but anyway, I learned a lot when it comes on to that. I want to buy those oils. Can I buy on the third? Yes, I have 3 bottles of the gel. Yes, you can buy it on the third. Keep the code. We'll, you know, you're not going to see it on the website. We'll hold it for you. We also have a bundle of 5 oils. The bundle of 5 oils, you have the pomegranate seed oil, the star anise oil. I don't want to give you the wrong oils that is in that bundle, but we have a bundle. We don't have a lot of that to go around. Probably about 10, 15 of those bundles leave, but we have a 5 bundle. As a matter of fact, that 5 bundle oil is one of our best selling for oils in our store, because most people go for the bundle because it's cheaper and you get a 5 different oils. But yes, aloe vera and oils you need for your skin. Aloe vera and oils you need for your skin. And here's another trick, guys. If you out there and you buy a body lotion, let's say you have very, very dry skin and you buy a body lotion, and the body lotion is just not body lotion for your skin, is not giving you that kind of moisture that you need on the skin, go ahead and take that same body lotion and add a drop of your oil to it, and it's going to change the whole game. It's just going to kick it up a notch, and now you're going to be like, oh my goodness, now this is good for my skin, especially if you have dry skin or in those winter months when your skin is like really drying out. Add oil to your body lotion, goes a long way. Anyone with a question, guys? If you have a question for me, go ahead and comment. We'll take it. And I go so slow with oils, guys. It's like one of my favorite things to talk about. I could be here like for another hour just talking about oils. We have grapeseed oil. And how many of you really think I was the first one to introduce using grapeseed oil on your skin on YouTube? Believe it or not, I'm one of the first for many things when it comes on to DIY on YouTube. I am not the first person to make DIY on YouTube. However, I am one of the first person to introduce certain things to YouTube. And now you see it all over the place, right? Now, grapeseed oil, a very, very light oil for your skin. It's an oil that anyone can use. You can even use the grapeseed oil and baby. Jill, I can't barely handle 99. Cannot imagine 108. We had 104 in New York not yesterday, the day before. So we were roasting. So yeah, but Arizona is always hot when it comes on to these months. So I know, and hope you guys don't have power outages. What can I use to clear age spot? And that is from Susan. We love that question. I love that question. Now, when I normally tell people what to use for age spot, I normally go through a little, because there's different kind of a spots, and yours is age spot. Now, even though it's age spot, it all depends on how old it is and whether or not it is just sitting on your skin. Well, an age spot is necessarily not just sitting on your skin. It might be a little bit to the dermis, and that is going to take a while because your skin will have to shed, and it's getting lighter and lighter. However, if you want to remove them fast, vitamin C, natural vitamin C, or we do a dark spot corrector. Now, if you want to slowly remove that, use a lot of vitamin C on your skin. If you want to speed up the process a little more, you use a dark spot blemishes corrector. Believe it or not, this is our #1 selling cream on our website. You see all the products that we have on our website. This is the #1 selling cream. This is the one that we run out of. We always have to get this one, the dark spot corrector. And you probably wouldn't think that, but a lot of people also don't know that vitamin C can help to clear hyperpigmentation on the skin. It's not that fast. But if you just give the vitamin C a chance, 6 weeks to 3 months, and you use it on the skin, what it's going to do is give you that even tone on the skin. Vitamin C has citric acid in it. So not it's just gonna citric acid, yes. It's just gonna just make your skin just eventually just tone like that. Now, be mindful. Are there on Amazon? I have products on Amazon, but I don't have all my products on Amazon. And I'm not even sure, like, no, these are not on Amazon. These are on our website, alexmaxi.com. And let me put our website up, or you can click on the view product right here. If you're watching YouTube or Facebook, you can just click on view products and you could see, it will take you to our website. You could shop right there. But if you want to go to our website, that is our website, alexmaxi.com, home of Chichi Beauty Skincare Products. Or right here on YouTube, you just click on the view products. If you can see it, not everyone can see it, depending on what they are watching. Now on Amazon, we have some products. We don't have all our oils on Amazon. We the dark spot corrector, our vitamin C, those are not on Amazon. We have like our shampoo and conditioner, that stuff like this. We have them on Amazon. Believe it or not, this is our #1 selling product on Amazon. We can't keep up with these on Amazon, which is kind of crazy. The shampoo and conditioner black rice, but it's an oil show we're talking about. So this is another level. And I always talk about we having the ear oil coming your way. We're bringing an ear oil and a leave-in treatment that match those shampoo and conditioner. And of course, we do have castor oil in it, apricot oil, rosemary oil. Okay. All right. So back to oil. We just talk about pomegranate seed oil. We talk about castor oil. We talk about rosemary oil. We talk about I just talked about grapeseed oil. I didn't get to finish because I was also going to talk about tea tree oil, and I was going to talk about aloe vera oil. So now, and I was going to talk about the turmeric oil. Yes. Someone just asked about clearing age spot. Vitamin C and turmeric products. Vitamin C and turmeric. Now you can choose to do DIY turmeric, guys. I'm not telling no one not to do DIY turmeric, or if you can get access to Chichi Beauty turmeric products, then you use it. Go vitamin C with your turmeric products, and that's gonna clear up age spot on the skin. As I said, we have no form of a bleaching ingredient in our vitamin C or our turmeric products. We go by natural, so you're not going to use it and in a day or two it clear it up, because it's all natural. It gradually faded. However, if you want to speed up the process, you can use our dark spot corrector. And you got to know how to use a dark spot corrector. You got to spot treat the area. Now, if it's all over your face, then you're gonna, use it all over your face. So you're using a dark spot corrector. You are still using your serum, your toner, your serum, and then you use your dark spot corrector. And I would use my dark spot corrector at night, not in the daytime. Daytime, I love using collagen or my Supreme or my Ultra Luminous on my skin. But for dark spot corrector, I do spot treat at night. I'm currently not using my dark spot corrector right now because I'm not correcting anything, but it is the #1 selling cream on our website. Believe it or not, sometimes people buy the Ultra Luminous set or the Supreme set, and they're like, oh, this is so good. I love the Ultra Luminous. I love the Supreme. I just want something to brighten my skin faster. So they throw in the dark spot corrector. But a vitamin C, guys, can lighten and brighten the skin naturally. Naturally, the vitamin C is going to lighten and brighten the skin. So you reach for the vitamin C. I ordered a turmeric polish. I should get it by Monday. I'm in the Bahamas. Yes, it will, because we ship every day, except Sunday. That is the only day that we don't ship. And that is one of our strong point on our site. We ship every day. Every day there's a big package box going to the supermarket. That's on my mind because I got to go to the supermarket. Yeah, but we ship every day. So if you order today, we're not going to ship your order until Monday, because we don't ship on Sunday. Sunday is the only day that we don't ship. But right at early Monday, things goes out. So That's it. Or if we have an holiday and there's no shipping, then you understand. Like let's say 4th of July, there's no shipping. So if you order the day before, your order is not going to go out the next day, is going to go out the other day, but we ship as fast as we can. And we also are on Amazon. And because some of our products are on Amazon, Amazon don't joke with when you ship. So as soon as we have a separate shipping going on for Amazon. As soon as the order come in, those have to ship like ASAP. So yes, you'll get it that fast. Puerto Rico gets orders in 3 days. So, you know. All right, guys. Anyone here that is new? And the turmeric polish you ordered, let me show you what the turmeric polish look like. So this is the turmeric polish. Now, it contains micro beads, the lighting. So that is what the turmeric polish look like, okay? It contains micro beads in it. The grains, when we made the turmeric polish, if you notice, we call it polish and we didn't call it scrub because I love baking soda granules. When you use the granules of baking soda on your skin feels good. And that's what I wanted for our scrub. I want that texture. So the granules that we use in all our polishes are so fine that you probably think there's nothing in it. That's how fine it is. You definitely will feel it. For some people, they like it rough on their face. The polish is what get the job done. So we have these micro beads in the turmeric, all the polishes. Now, when you get it at home, do not underestimate it. I'm looking for a little spatula. But anyway, let me just dig in. When you get it at home, do not underestimate the polish, right? Now, there it is. Exfoliate your skin just like you normally exfoliate. Do not do because oh, it's so soft, it's so soft. Because you do that when you're done, it will irritate your skin because the granules are there. It's just that we make it gentle. That's when you're using it, regardless of your age, whether you're 70, 80, 90, you can use it. But you don't overdo that because it's there. It's just not like corset on your skin, just smooth on the skin. However, for people that, oh, I wanted a little, like I just did that now and I can feel the sensation on my hand. But everyone that purchased our polish, we also give you a silicone brush, a little rubber silicone brush, and that little silicone brush can make you use that polish all over your skin, your neck, your armpits, you know. Don't have one right here, but yes, we normally ship with the little brush. This Clara, as a matter, this is our #1 selling polish, and the second one is the blueberry, which is this one, blueberry polish. We have a variety of them, right? So we give you with a little brush, a little silicone. Let's see. No, I don't have one here. Right. And you use it. This is going to clear hyperpigmentation on the skin. If you have blackhead, if you know somebody out there like without acne skin, this turmeric polish is going to get the job done. We also have the aloe vera wax. And a lot of people, here it is right here, underestimate this aloe vera polish until they get it at home. I normally recommend the aloe vera polish for older adults. However, true story, it's the younger people that are buying these polishes. It's the younger people that are buying our polishes. For some reason, they love the polishes, the micro beads and all of that jazz in the polishes. Older adults would be like finding our polishes soft because we're so used to the hard scrub for our face. The younger people are more exposed to the new technology and they know that like the micro beads and stuff that is in there is better. So our top buyers for our polishes are, I would say, under 30, believe it or not. But anyway, and they're crazy about the little scrubber brush for some reasons, right up their alley. This is the aloe vera one. See there? And you just apply it on the skin. Feel almost like you are lotioning your skin. That's how it feels. But as I said, the microbeads are there. Microbeads are there. And then if you get your scrubber, when you get a scrubber with it, don't overuse it. Don't overuse it. So I try to mimic baking soda. And this is how scrub is going to be. Very soon you're going to see these everywhere. This is how your facial scrub, or I call it polish, is going to be. So you, you wash your face like you normally do, and you just a gentle, exfoliate your face and your neck. And then when you rinse off, the skin feels smooth, really, really smooth. But if you over rub it, as I said, it is made with the granules very, very fine. And you can use it all over your body. Really, really nice to use on the skin. So we have a variety. Aloe vera gel, not gel, aloe vera, turmeric. Oh, here's another one for hyperpigmentation, is the vitamin C. So we also have the vitamin C. And look what we use in ours. We use real tangerine juice in them, okay? Real tangerine juice. So go ahead and use up the polishes. And the coarsest one you're going to find is the coconut. And you can use it all over your body. And you still get the scrub brush. So pick and choose, pick and choose. I love them. I use these in my bathroom daily. I'm not supposed to use them daily, but I do, especially the blueberry one, because it feels so soft on my skin. I just go and I just use it on my skin without any form of a hard rubbing. If I was to use like the little scrubber that we issue with those, then I would have to do two to three times a week. But because I don't use no scrubber and I know how to gentle wash my face with it, I would say I just get addicted to using them on my skin, and that is why I use them daily. And they feel good and they smell good, and also because I know what goes in them. All right, so anyone with a question, comment. Patricia, I use coconut oil and baking soda for my scrub. Really, really good. If I had to say, I have a go-to DIY scrub, it would be baking soda and coconut oil. That's my down. I go with that, and that's why I try to mimic that texture for my scrub, because that's what I like. That fine, smooth texture goes on the skin. The sugar scrub is good, right? But most of the time it's rough. It's rough, and I don't like a rough scrub on my face. I would use a more rough scrub on my body, but I like a more polishy on my body. However, with the feedback from our polishes, our new batch, we might not grind the granules this fine, but it's still not going to be harder, because the technology, and we know what we're doing. We got to be ahead of the game. But for some people, they want it to be more like the coconut one, that is more, more. This is the coconut. And the coconut, you could feel those grains on you. I don't like it like this. You can feel the grains on your skin, and that's more like you can feel like sugar grain on the skin. So I prefer a smoother one. But all the rest, the vitamin C is a little, you can really feel it too. But the blueberry and the aloe vera, which I have made mostly for mature skin, you're not going to feel that hard granule on the skin. When your skin gets older, it's softer. It can't take that rough rubbing. You need very, very fine granules on the skin. So you just trust the process and know that your skin is going to look and feel good. Now, that's my time tonight, guys. For those of you who don't know, we have a live show every Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is our Sunday Chit Chat, and that show has been running now for the past 8 years, every Sunday. So we're going to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's show is going to be a little shorter. And when I say a little shorter, it means that we're coming on at 4:30, but I'm going to click off at about 5:15 instead of 5:30. Because I have some engagement at 5:30. I'm going to be late. I'm supposed to be where I'm going at 5:30, but I don't want to, I want to do the show live tomorrow. So we're going to be here regular time, 4:30, but I'm going to be doing like a 40-minute show instead of a 1 hour or a 1 hour, 15, 20 minutes like we normally go over. So join us. Bring a friend, guys. For those of you who are new, bring a friend and come and watch Sunday Chit Chat with us. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And for those of you who are watching when the show is over, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also leave your comment. We'll come back and we'll look under the video and we'll answer your comment. Have a good night, guys. Don't forget to use the code KB20 in our store or click on the view products. And if you're on Facebook, you do the same thing. You look below and you just click on that little thing on the picture, and that's going to take you to our store. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend and watch our daily videos. We are going back to posting daily videos at 10 a.m. Normally nowadays you see me posting daily videos like 2 p.m. and all of that. We're going back to 10 a.m. So if you don't get a notification, you just come and look for the video and it will be there. Watch the video, watch it to the end, give us a like and a comment. And don't forget to support our website, alexmaxey.com, and share and also leave a review for our products. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Have a good evening.